Charly Oputa, a musician, songwriter, maverick entertainer, and human rights activist, also popularly known as Charlie Boy, recently related to a derogatory article written by Sam Oshemiye Omaseye about the presidential bid of the presidential candidates of the Labour Party (LP). Earlier, the Nigeria poet, novelist, playwright, and journalist published an article titled Obituary, which alleged that the former Anambra governor was a reincarnate of Nnamdi Kanu. He added that Peter Obi's presidential bid was to fulfill the outcry of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. And in the tweet, the Sam Omasaye wrote, he said, I can excuse those who think that being stingy is good for the economy because they are looking at how they run their family and personal finances. But no economy works in history by saving money. It still stifles the economy, okay? It was also gathered that Mr. Omaseye drew Mr. Obi's attention to the death threats emanating from the obituary article he earlier wrote. He argued or urged the former Anambra governor to address his online fans. The article generated mixed reactions from the supporters of the Labour Party presidential candidates, one of whom was Charlie Boy. Obituary for hunger, obituary for inflation, obituary for banditry, kidnapping, terrorism, obituary for economic hardship. The maverick entertainer reacted in contrast as he claimed that the presidential bid of the former Anambra governor was a quest to bring an end to hunger, inflation, banditry, kidnapping, terrorism, economic hardship, poor infrastructure, and corruption. Well, the man don't find trouble finish now. They don't dey give am back. He dey talk. And who told you that Peter B is a reincarnation of a what is it, a Nnamdi Kanu? You can imagine statements that such statement. And come to think of it, we learned that this journalist works with the Nation newspaper. And guess what? Who owns the Nation newspaper? He said, Tinubu that owns it. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Oh, no wonder a lot of people are saying that he's a card carrying member of a APC. People have been saying it, but I didn't really know. But later I get to know that he works with a Nation newspaper, and the owner of Nation newspaper is Tinubu. And somebody was saying that Tinubu might not even like the way the kind of article that the man wrote about a Peter. But they deceive themselves. Why you no go like am? Why you no go like am? You see how this country has gone, but they cannot come and write about if some people are saying that okay, forget it. You are trying to Some people are trying to say, oh, Obi is not as pure as people are thinking, it's not as clean as people are thinking. People are saying, okay, nobody is perfect, but it's lesser evil. You want to compare Atiku and Tinubu together, just look at them. When you have a responsible people, when you have people who are thinking beyond what we've already have, is it the still same people who have been in government, and we know what they represent, and the Nation paper wants to let us know that they are trying to write this in, when everybody say we need to deviate from these people that have been carrying us deceiving Nigerians. And now we are hearing that the APC trying to put their house in order in this I mean the Tinubu campaign group. Who is going to be the spokesperson? Who is going to be this? Who is going to be that? And I was just wondering to myself, what do they want to come and tell us? Festus Keyamo, Ononuga, and some other Oshomole. And I say, what record? The same people that came out, they sang 8 years ago. They sang 8 years ago about how PDP messed up this country, and they gave Nigeria reasons why they needed to vote for APC. But we can see it now with all the atrocities being committed since the inception of this administration. None of them has come out. So what do they want to tell us? Even Tinubu himself, Oshomole and Keyamu, they were all over the place singing the praises of APC. But see where it is today. Now they are trying to blame you, blame us that oh, we didn't know what we did. It is not their fault. All the problems, we were having issue of insecurity before, and now tell me, as the situation reduced or increased, We talk about economy. Has it increased or reduced, or are we still on the same level? No. We have the problems, multiple problems, but they are not telling you it is this, it is this. So if you are trying to exonerate yourself from the problems, then why were you hammering the political party that was there, that you felt that they didn't do it, the Nigerians they themselves felt that they didn't do it, thinking that you are coming to do the right thing? At the end of the see what is happening. So we are just even waiting. um what is it called? The campaign is going to start fully by next month. Let's see how it's going to go. So, and a lot of people, and this Omasheye or whatever he calls himself, as he even came out and started saying that Obi should be held responsible. If even damaging himself, the more he's even getting backlash, the more. It's just unfortunate. Now, well, Charlie Boy is saying that obituary to this, obituary to that, obituary to that. But how can you say that it is the Igbos, because that is the narrative they are selling? But thank God, the more they sell these rubbish narratives, the more people are getting them. The same people want to come and tell us. Let them come and tell us what they want to do differently. Let them see want to do differently. By their name you shall know and identify them. Mr. Mashaye is a strong tribalist. He's selling sick Tinubu to Nigerians. In spite of Obi, Tinubu is a very sick man. Okay? Bat is an ugly animal. Your candidate will suffer in the poll. Well, the man is a bigot. This Omashe is a bigot, a tribal bigot. CB, your head overcorrect. Who is CB? Okay. I'll leave that a man. His ancestors are after him. He's calling Peter B that Peter B should be held responsible. If Peter B should get tell to his supporters. Supporters who? Supporters who? Did you inform the supporters when you were writing all those nonsense and what have you? Come on, say Chief Obi will not even win Anambra. If you know who are thieves, we know those who are thieves. You know go feel say, well, you are not even a serious person. Charlie boy, the sense man, please add the obituary of that said writer, because he deserves it, except he repents and asks for forgiveness. Okay, he wants to take over from Reno Mokrishi. That one has made a U-turn now. Why are Igbo so hateful of other tribes? So your problem is Nnamdi Kanu. People like you are the problem of this country. Nnamdi Kanu is the bandit. Nnamdi Kanu is the yes man. Nnamdi Kanu is swap killing Nigeria. Abi, you are a big fool and your brain is reforming. Well, you caught Tinubu sick while you are not a doctor, but based on photo shoots here and there by Tinubu haters, nobody threatening you people. Who not threaten him? You should bring evidence of those who threaten him. If someone accused your candidate like that, you will ask for his head. Nigeria can't be enslaved by any tribe. Your style is too harsh and violent, full of abusive, and your candidate cannot control his supporters. So your own candidate is controlling your post, Abi. People don't even see your master in real life, only in photos. Be truthful to yourself and not tribalistic. If Obi and Tinubu are from Yoruba, who will you choose? That's another thing. Oh. How wicked can you people be? Tinubu is the national leader of the most wicked party in the world, and I doubt if he has resigned. Well, of course, he has not resigned. Well, how I wish he was threatened. How can he write that type of a useless article and think that no one will respond to it? The problem here is that Sam Omashaye does not even know the difference between threats and reactions. In his usual way, he wants to draw cheap sympathy. He used the Nation newspaper to stop Jonathan, but in the case of Obi, Omashaye has lost it. And he will lose it forever. Yes, now we said, who owns the Nation newspaper? One of my friends said that Sam Omashaye has an overrated, infertile opinion of himself. His penchant for deodorizing the bullion van Democrats with the wealth of his knowledge and the poverty of his pocket marks him out as one of the ironies of today's journalism. No problem, Omashaye has just written his Ode. So guys, let's say your opinion on your take on this.